Fox Sports Detroit is presented by
Bell Tire.
Well, it was good to see the Tigers get two of their bigger bats rolling last night. Nicholas Castellanos, a three-run homer early against Dallas Keuchel. Later in the game, well, Miguel Cabrera, he's been struggling this year. Not last night. Hit one better than 400 feet to dead center field. Tigers got two of their better bats going. Hopefully more of the same here tonight on another great night for baseball. Game 2 in this series featuring the Tigers and the visiting Houston Astros. Hi again, everyone, and welcome to Tigers Baseball. Mario and Pemba. Kurt Gibson, glad to have you with us for the second game in this series. And it give me good to see the Tigers get both Nick and Miggy going because they'll need these guys going forward.
It was a bright spot last night. You know, Miggy's been struggling. He has not been hitting the ball out of the ballpark like he did last year. 38 home runs in 2016. Only has 13 so far this year, so it was good to see him. It was only his third home run in July. He's averaged 30 in his major league career. Castellanos, on the other hand, here's a guy that's going to be counted on because JD is gone now, so somebody's got to pick up the slack. Nick with his fourth home run. He's really pretty much equaled his numbers from last year, so though it doesn't appear Miggy-like numbers, Nick Castellanos is improving as a player and coming on strong right now.
All right, now Nick homered the ball game last night, as we mentioned, but so did Josh Reddick with the game-winning home run. A little bit of showmanship between these two. Yeah,
we'll call Nick Flip. Look at him flip the bat. There's a little bit of attitude right there, and I think that you wonder, did they see it? Did the Astros see it? Then Josh Reddick comes up, and really he's got the last laugh as he hit a big three-run home run in the top of the 8th inning, and he gives a little extra flip like that. That looks familiar as something that I did a long, long time ago. But that's really, you know, this is good gamesmanship to me. It's really the second series where we had words between the players from each side, and I see the young guys of the Tigers, Castellanos being one of them, McCann another one, Fulmer another one. They're starting to express themselves a little bit. That's good stuff. I think it's time that they feel comfortable to speak out on what they want to say or what's on their mind. You must back it up, though, and they'll get a chance to do that in this game tonight.
All right, game 2 just minutes away. After a short break, we'll go to the Coliseum Studios, check in with John Keating. Coming up in this one, now the hits just keep on coming from Jose Altuve. 3 more last night, a 19-game hitting streak for the Tube. Stay with us. Tigers Astros coming up next.
Two quality starts together. He starts for the Tigers tonight. Colin McHugh is just trying to put two starts together of any kind. He's missed most of the season with an elbow injury. He'll start for just the second time tonight. Quick visit back to the Call Sam studio. I'm John Keating. A week ago tonight, McHugh started against the Baltimore Orioles. He didn't survive the fifth inning. He allowed 4 runs, only 4 hits, but 2 of them were homers, and maybe that bodes well for the Tigers, because if they hit 3 or more in tonight's game, it affects your tomorrow. You can bring in a copy of the box score to a participating Arby's location tomorrow and get a free small order of curly fries. Tigers baseball on Fox Sports Detroit is brought to you by Comerica Bank, a part of Detroit and the community since 1849. And by Jeep. See your Jeep dealer today and experience the freedom that comes with legendary capability.
Comerica Park. It is game 2 in this series, Tigers and the Astros. For the Tigers tonight, it'll be Matthew Boyd on the mound, the left-hander, presented this evening by Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical.
Matt Boyd, his 22nd start this year, 13 for the Tigers. This will be his 14th and 8 in the minor leagues. He's won his last 2. Actually, the Tigers have won their last 3. New daddy had a baby girl, and he'll be counting on that curveball and change. Throws less than 50% fastballs.
And Boyd ready to go to work on a great night for baseball here in downtown Detroit. Tigers trying to bounce back after a tough loss last night. They lost it late in the ball game. It'll be Josh Reddick to lead things off. He had the game winner last night. Boyd set to go to work, and here is the first pitch as Reddick looks at ball 1 inside. Reddick also had a couple of sac flies for the game to go with his 3-run homer. He knocked in 5 last night. Got him played to pull on the infield.
Yeah, I was talking about him protecting Altuve tonight. It's reversed. Altuve is protecting Josh Reddick. So A.J. Hinch, I asked him why to do that. He just feels that Reddick, lefty on lefty, will get more fastballs if he gets in a 3-2 count or behind count.
Makes sense. Here's the 2-0. Right back up the middle on a slow roller. Castellanos ranging right, and Reddick is out by half a step. Here's the rest of the Astros lineup presented by your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. You saw Reddick, Altuve next, and then Gurriel. They've got Gaddis cleaning up tonight. Gonzalez is the shortstop. He also homered last night. Beltran, Fisher, Bregman, who's having a good month, and Marisnik rounded out for A.J. Hinch. They are checking that last play,
yeah,
which was a lot closer than I thought it would be. Yeah, they're going to say, let's look at it. And you can tell that Reddick thought he had himself a base hit. He's hanging out at first base.
Yeah, he really closed late. He gets down there pretty good.
So we've got a review after the first play of the ball game tonight.
So hard to tell in that last little bit. Is it in the glove? Is it just on the outside of the glove? Where's the foot? Is it on the base? I don't know if they're going to.
No.
There must be another angle that Houston could see that looked like he was safe.
Yeah, otherwise they wouldn't use their challenge on the first play of the game on a play so close. Fielding Culbreth, the crew chief, along with DeJesus, the first base umpire.
Well, you know it's close because they're taking the time. What do they get, 2 minutes?
That's what they're trying to keep it to this year, 2 minutes. I think at the end the call is going to stand here, but we'll see. The call was out at first base.
Yeah, going into this series, I wrote it down. His success rate, A.J. Hinch, 98 challenges, 46 overturned. That's what he's working on. That's the number.
It still appears to me as one of those bang bang plays that is probably not going to be reversed. And here is the final say.
No.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, safe, so it's an infield hit. Typically something that close, Gibby, is not reversed.
Well, again, they may have had an angle that we didn't see.
Yeah.
But it was kind of hard to say definitively for me that he was safe, but they disagree. They're the bosses all the way from New York.
So the leadoff man is on. Here is Jose Altuve, who had a big night last night, single, double, triple. He'll look at a strike right at the knees, 0-1.
Good job by Matt Boyd right there, doing a little slide step. Caught Reddick off guard, and also kind of a quick pitch to Altuve. Stole a quick strike. He's got a great move. He'll use it.
Another slide step, roll toward third base. Nick will go to first for the out there. Runner will advance as Altuve is out 5-3. One gone. Here is Yuli Gurriel.
Let's take a look at the Tigers starting defense. So you can see left to right, Jay up, Matuk, Adusi back in the lineup. On the infield, Castellanos, Iglesias, Kinsler, and Cabrera. Alex Avila behind the plate. Matt Boyd chucking.
Gurriel trying to drive in a run early on here. 286 batting average for the Astros first baseman. Very aggressively swings on the first and fouls it back out of play.
Lacosina, yeah, it's 2 in the kitchen already. Reddick's had a jam sandwich as well. There's a broken bat. So Matt Boyd sneaky early in this game.
Look at this catch. Nice.
Gonna have a
No, I thought he caught it.
He's gonna have a sore finger. It looks like he
just chased it though. Look at that effort.
It's like a fish jumped off your line. You went in after him.
Well, they didn't field it cleanly, but a great play, good effort. 0-1 on Gurriel. In the air to center field straightaway, and that is Matuk under it. And there are 2 gone. Runner holding in second base. That'll leave it up to Evan Gattis.
Yeah, we're going to look at this tonight. This guy right here, the umpires. You see one there, you got one here, you got one here. You never really just take it for granted that they'll always be in the right spot. Going to be following them around a little bit. That's fielded Culbreth. And then that's a hot spot. I'm telling you, I used to stand out there in BP just to see how it was. That ball gets there quick. He's about 100 feet away from the home plate area, and that ball's coming out the bat over 100 miles an hour.
Ball 1 to Gattis.
And when he gets a man on first base, he's got to move in there, kind of dodge the batted ball, and also get in a position to make a call like on a force out or a stolen base. I'm going to try and follow around and get some good stuff.
You are right about one thing, though. You do kind of take for granted that they will be in the right spot at the right time every time. Boyd's 1-0 pitch.
Well, there are no shifts by the umpires, but they do move around. So if the ball goes, say, down the left field corner right now, C.B. Buckner is going to go out. They have to rotate. So it's they just don't stand in one spot and call it from there. We think sometimes maybe a little hard on the umpires, but this is a tough job. This is not easy. It's not what you see in slow motion on TV.
Astros got a run in the first inning last night, trying to do the same thing here tonight. They have a man at second with 2 outs.
See how they're kind of in line right there? Now he's got a, now Kinsler will tell him if he's in the way. He'll ask him to move a step here, move a step there.
Fouled away, 2-1.
So Ken started there, and then he moved over this side of him right here, and ended up here. Sometimes Eddie Murray did it the most as a hitter. Sometimes it takes, there you can see Kinsler starting out, and he'll move to the left here. Sometimes it bothers the hitters where the umpires are standing and they'll ask him to move. Eddie Murray was notorious for it. I never really saw an umpire out there.
I was going to say, you know, wouldn't you be concentrating on the pitcher?
Yeah, you're concentrating on the pitcher, but when the ball's thrown, you're going to be concentrating on getting out of the way.
Swing and a miss. 2-2 now the count. Evan Gattis getting the start behind the dish tonight. Did not play last night. He is in the throes of an 0 for 10 slump, and Boyd would like to keep it that way. Boyd down in the minor leagues, made 8 starts down at Toledo, and an ERA of 2.82 in his minor league stint this year. And Gattis drives one in the air deep to left, way back, and that ball is way gone. And the Astros doing what they do, and that's hit homers. A 2-out, 2-run shot in the first. A no-doubter for Evan Gattis, his 11th.
Yeah, Chap hardly moved, he just looked around. Fastball 95 mile an hour, pretty much down the middle of the plate. Gattis does not miss. Just missed his location right there, and that's the one that's going to get hit out of the park. Look at the side of Gattis, he's strong. Started down in Atlanta. He got all this one.
Halfway up the stands and left, an early 2-0 lead for the Astros. Here is Marwin Gonzalez. He homered the ball game last night.
And you just look at the hustle play by Reddick to lead off the game, beats that out. Then you get the home run, and they really steal a run, an extra run.
412 feet on that home run by Gaddis.
Those are the ones you hit that you don't really feel.
Now the 0-1 pitch. He'll dive inside. 1 ball and 1 strike on Gonzalez.
This Cobra, we call him Cubby. Now he's back behind. You see, out here behind Ian. A lot of conversations in that part of the diamond throughout the game.
Here's the 1-2. In the air towards center field. Matuk is on the move. Still going. Not going to get it. Up against the wall. It'll be extra bases and a double for Marwin Gonzalez. It'll extend his hitting streak now to 11 consecutive games. Third hit of the inning now against Boyd.
Another fastball up in the zone. It's almost in the same spot that Gaddis hit the home run on. Matuk thought he had a shot at it, but could not catch up. And here you got the umpire again.
That'll bring up Carlos Beltran with 2 outs. A chance for the Astros to get another run. Beltran last night 2 hits. That's pulled foul down the left field line. A long career and a very good one for Beltran, who is 40 years of age, a native of Puerto Rico. And still at this age, very productive. 12 homers, 41 driven in. That's right at the knees, a strike called. And the count 0-2 now on Beltran. 433 lifetime home runs for the switch hitter. The 0-2. Way inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Boyd, who is coming off of a couple of pretty good starts, 3 runs in 6 innings in each of his first 2 starts back from Toledo, has surrendered the 2-run homer here in the first. And he's about to throw his 20th pitch of the evening. Here's the 1-2. Rolled foul.
Got to watch with your off-speed pitch on veteran players. Carlos Beltran, a veteran guy, does not have the bat speed that he once did, and he's also very good at picking up tips by pitchers. So pitchers, they will tip their pitches with just the smallest, minute of things that they change to their glove, their elbow, what they do differently on a given pitch, and he's very good at picking that up.
Swing and a miss. Got him on strikes. That'll end the inning. However, a big inning for the Astros. 2-run shot for Gaddis. The Astros an early lead in this one. Here's the Tigers. Nice game.
Champ, the RBI leader on the team. I think Castellanos is.
Tigers trail 2-0 on the Evan Gattis home run. And he got him strike 3 with a breaking ball. A snappy bottom of the first for Colin McHugh.
The yellow hammer.
One to look forward to Miller time later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. Tigers have some work to do. They're down 2-0 as the Astros come to the dish in the second. It'll be the bottom 3. Fisher, Bregman, and Marisnick on a spectacular night in a beautiful venue here in downtown Detroit, Comerica Park. Good crowd on hand here tonight. The James McCann bobblehead handed out this evening.
Removable mask bobblehead.
Ah, that's right. Fisher leads it off. And a strike called on Fisher.
They come up with some great ideas for those bobbleheads, and some of those collections are really valuable.
I got a few.
Who's your favorite?
Not a whole. I'm trying to think. There's so many of them. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. In fact, I'm not even sure who I have. I'm just kind of gather them. I do not have a Kirk Gibson bobblehead, though.
Well, I had one in L.A. You remember how I pumped my arm?
I remember that one in L.A.
Did you ever see the commercial?
Yes, I did.
Had my arm pumping.
That'll miss inside. 1-2 on Fisher.
They made a spoof commercial of it, and it was funny. Kidders.
Wacky.
It's good to laugh a couple times a day, huh?
For sure. Down he goes. A strikeout of Fisher. 1 gone. Time for a Gene game break now. Courtesy of Gene. We check in with Trev.
Well, Mario, it's a first for Matt Boyd as he takes the hill tonight. The first time as a father. He and his wife Ashley welcomed a brand new baby girl, Mura Joy, to the world on Thursday, and Mura's got some impeccable timing. The Tigers had an off day on Thursday, so Boyd could be with the family for the birth of his first child, and certainly we want to wish our congratulations to Matt, his wife Ashley, and the entire family on their very first child.
All right, Trev, thanks. So congratulations indeed to the Boyd family, and Matthew will probably be sticking around here and then meet the team in New York so we can have another day with wife and baby. 0-1 the count on Alex Bregman. And of course, with babies come the cigars. And here is a Monte Cristo White Series that Mr. Boyd was handing out. He actually, I got to be honest here, he gave it to Gibby, and Gibby said, I don't smoke this. You want it? Yeah, I'll take it. Very nice. There's a drive to left field. Upton will play it on one hop.
So when would you do that? Like
off season.
Off season, you gotta save it. You have something to keep it fresh.
Don't want to mess with the throat.
Mario, I didn't get one. Did you grab me one?
That was me. But
sure.
He said it was the last one, Trev.
It was the last one.
Kind of surprised.
Does that mean
me.
you took two, Gibby?
No,
you took two?
Kind of surprised me. I said, "Where are you going?" Because he was walking out. When I was walking out, I thought, "Huh, everything okay?" Just had a baby girl. Congratulations! Oh, you got to have one of these. I wanted it, but it's really hard in my voice. And I would save it. Like kind of like with wine. Do you get bottles of wine and save it?
Absolutely. Well,
that's why you get like 3 cases, so you can save some for a week.
Yeah, because saving it does get hard. A week.
That's right. Drink it.
Yeah. Well, you gotta.
There's no time like the present, as they say. That's what I always think in those situations. Get right at
I'm
it.
in a jokey mood today. I'm sorry. It's been a day with a comedian today.
You did?
Well, couple hours.
Did you learn some new jokes?
Yeah, she made some of me.
Oh, good.
Imagine that.
Those are the best.
That's easy.
Yeah.
But I've got some in the bag for you as well.
Cool. Can't wait. The 1-0 is outside. 2-0 on Marisnik. Astros with 1-on-1 out here in the second. They lead 2-0 on the Evan Gattis home run. That was hit off Boyd in the first. And it came with 2 outs. Now Marisnik ahead 2-0. Here it comes. Swung right through it, 2-1. Good 94-mile-an-hour fastball that time from Boyd. Good location as well inside part of the plate. Josh Reddick waiting on deck. Runner goes and then stop. Little pop up, slicing. Right field side is going to drop. Base hit. Bregman heading to third, and he's going to dive in there safely. So even after the stop and start again, Bregman gets to third.
Yeah, as a deke, I think sometimes you don't get a good jump and you decide to shut it down. This is what Bregman does. See him reading. Looks like the deuce tried to deke Bregman, but he read it, and on to third he goes. First and third, one down.
And now Boyd again will have to deal with the top of the lineup. I mentioned last time, this is a Houston lineup that is still without 2 of their very big performers in Springer, who was put on the DL yesterday, and Carlos Correa, their shortstop. But they didn't need him last night, apparently. They won over the Tigers 6-5.
Reddick has had a great year, hitting .309 off of left-handed pitchers. So you normally don't see the manager move a left-handed hitter to the leadoff spot against a left-handed pitcher. But J.J. Hitch has total confidence.
Here are the 2 guys that are injured right now. Correa and what he has done this year, only .320 with 20 homers, and Springer .310 with 27 home runs.
50 homers, 130 RBI on the DL. I rounded up.
You're allowed to do that. With the Reddick home run in last night's game, the Astros now have 11 players with at least 10 home runs, which ties a major league record. They've been hitting some bombs. The 04 Tigers were part of that record as well. 1 ball, no strikes. Reddick singled, infield hit to lead off the game, and then scored on the homer.
Go over again.
1-1. Reddick reaching for his side after that swing.
Manager does not like to see that. The oblique, we just talked about the deuce, 4 to 6 weeks. Astros could not afford to lose Josh Reddick.
Oh, they got him picked off. And a rundown now is Marisnick. And Miggy will run him to second. And oh, he deked. And he tagged him out. Nice play by Kinsler. He got him. Ooh, that's big for Boyd. 2 gone.
Yeah, you heard me say throw over there again. In the previous pitch, I thought that he was going to go one time or another. They seem to be trying to guess and go first move. And Boyd's got one of the better moves in the big leagues. And they pick him. Look at it. Look at everybody moving. And again, we watch this umpire right here. He's just kind of stand there right now. Make sure you got another trying to establish. Got in the way of who is that right there. There's a lot of different things you're looking for there. First of all, the tag, obviously, in the baseline, out of the baseline.
Fouled away. If you're scoring at home, it goes 1-3, 6-3, 4. Kinsler applying the tag. Which changes the complexion of this inning quite a bit.
All that happened with, remember, Bregman was on third base, so the Tigers had to do that. Bregman did not take off for home.
Missing inside. Anytime you'll see that runner break for home, and if he's thrown out at the plate, that really becomes a good play for the Tigers because they would lose 90 feet on the base pass.
Well, with all those throws, it's unusual that the runner from third doesn't make an attempt.
2-2 now on Reddick.
Mickey had some pretty good legs going there.
Swing and a miss. He got him in chase, and just like that, the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the second here at the ballpark.
Good family night. Good dad bringing out the kids, huh?
Great night for it, to be sure. Hey, the Tigers take on the Pirates August 9th and 10th at Comerica Park. Save on great seats. The weekday value pack at 4 tickets. Hot dogs, chips, and drinks offer just $19 per person. Go to Tigers.com or call 866-66-TIGER.
That'll bring up Miggy. Tigers bottom of the second, trail 2-0.
Cabrera looks at strike one from Colin McHugh, who's making just his second start after missing about 3 months of the season with an impingement in his elbow.
Yeah, as I said, that started as a sore shoulder in spring training.
Back up the middle into center, base hit. Cabrera has the first Tigers hit of the game.
This is good news again. We were talking about in the open. Is Miggy going to finally heat up? He's had big numbers throughout his whole career. This is good. Gets out front. Or Craig Monroe's been telling us about Miggy putting the work in. The ball's on the outside corner, not just trying to force it to right field, but getting that knock, and he's smiling. That's a good sign.
Here is Castellanos.
Hit the home run yesterday and didn't even smile. I thought, Miggy's starting to feel it.
Nicholas had a homer in the ball game yesterday, 3-run shot. He will send a ground ball foul to third. Nick now with 15 home runs. He's been in several different spots in the lineup. There was a time where Brad would use him against some lefties in the 2 spot of the lineup.
Yeah, Brad's been moving the lineup around quite a bit.
There's that Bender. It's in for a strike.
I mean, Casty pretty much, you can see right there in Fox Tracks, getting pounded with the fastball inside, and they go breaker for chase, and a lot of those aren't strikes. That one there was, but they get ahead of him. They're going to go for chase. The ball's going to be off the plate.
Swing and a miss. Carved up Castellanos for the first out. Third strikeout now for McHugh. Stay tuned to Tigers Live following the game, where we select the Fox Sports Detroit Tigers player of the game, presented by McDonald's. Stop by for your breakfast favorites, now being served all day. Well, Sid pitched pretty well last night, didn't you?
Pitched very well. 7 innings there, three runs, 3 hits. 6 hits, I'm sorry. He had did not walk anybody, so it was all around the strike zone. Lot was commented about after the Tigers ended up losing that game.
Ball 1 to Martinez. Well, he had, what, 80 pitches through 7 innings, which is obviously a very low pitch count, but I think Brad felt it with the top of the order coming up. He wanted to go to the bullpen, brought Rondon in, and it imploded quickly. Now McHugh with the 1-0. That's in the air toward right field on a line, but it's going to be caught. Reddick makes the play. 2 gone.
You know, it's always easy to second guess after there's a bad result. I think you have to say something before. I listened to Brad's comments. I think he tried to get Rondon. I mean, this guy's got a lot of talent. He's still young. Maybe he's a little immature. I have noticed Bruce becoming more comfortable, and people are very critical of him because they think he's supposed to be a polished pitcher. But I think Brad tried to do something, get him through an inning, and he feels like he's close to making progress, you know, where it just clicks. And I don't think anybody can argue with the arm. You know, can we sit here and say there's a better choice? Well, we now know there is. But as a manager, sometimes you do things to try and move a kid along for the betterment of a team, not only for this game, the next game, and even beyond. And I can just hear some of the comments to my comments right now. I get it. I mean, but there's not just one way of thinking about this game. I'm just trying to merely explain to it. I got second guessed when I was a manager as well. That's part of the territory. I understood it. You're entitled to your opinion. But, you know, you can't just say, get rid of Rondon. Okay, he did this, he did that. I mean, there's pitchers all over the league that go through situations. I went through a lot of situations as a position player. It just takes time. It's too early to give up on Bruce Rondon. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And Brad got burned a little bit by trying to do something with him. And you know, I walked over to Rondon to say today in the locker room, he's sitting there by himself. You put your hand out, you shake it, and how you feel today? Did you let that go? You try and help the kid because he has talent, and we want talented players to develop so we can continue to win games late in the game. We need to have arms to do so. That was a long rant, wasn't it?
Well, well, yes, but beyond that, he is tantalizingly talented, I guess the best way to put it, because he'll give you 3 straight really good ones where that fastball is 98, 99, the slider is You know, the command of the slider is outstanding, but the consistency day in and day out, still striving for that.
Well, you know, the thing that happened with Kansas City, or he dominates in Toledo and then he comes up here and he's throwing 90, 92 miles an hour. Everybody makes an issue of it. Does he maybe have to grow up a little bit, mature? Probably. So do I still, and I'm 60 years old. How about you?
Oh, absolutely.
But I just don't get too frustrated and give up on a very talented player. They just don't grow on trees, you know, on every corner. That's why I have the position that I have on.
Well, Avila goes down on strikes, and 4 strikeouts early on here now for McHugh. Astros have the lead 2-0 as we go to the top of the third. Looks like Trev hanging out with the bachelorette party out there. Attaboy, Trev. Here is the Chevrolet most dependable player. We're going to go with Jose Altuve. When you look at guys that have been dependable, highest average in July since 1913. Look at this list.
Is that a misprint?
No.
506?
It
Wow.
is legit. Minimum of 90 plate appearances. Ty Cobb on there, George Brett on there.
Yeah, he rakes for sure. And the pitches that he hit, like, he doesn't miss mistakes for sure of anybody that we've watched this year. Look at the balance he's got. And he's not a big, tall, but he obviously is strong. He's got good timing and puts the swing mechanics to the ball.
I wonder how many times as a youth Altuve was told, nope, you're too small, kid. I'll bet a bunch.
Yeah, it didn't stop him.
That is popped up first base side. Cabrera giving chase. And he'll haul it in. Altuve retired. We bring in Trevor Thompson.
Guess what? Dana is about to be married. She is taking the final swing before the ring. How much fun is this for you and the ladies to be out here celebrating your bachelorette party?
So much fun, I love it.
Why did you guys choose a ball game for this?
Because it's my favorite team.
Enough said, guys. It's her favorite team.
Hey, Trev.
Go Tigers!
Trev, do they have some headgear? Could you don some of that headgear for us, please?
They want me to put the headgear on. Do you mind? Anything for Gibby. Whatever Gibby requests, we try to get accomplished here on time. On Fox Sports Detroit.
Move around a little bit. Dance.
And
Dance.
I get a lollipop. No, I'm not dancing. Gibby, that's where I draw the line in the sand, pal. No dancing. There'll be no dancing.
Hey, Trev, can you put on this police officer's uniform?
That's a good one.
Thanks,
All
buddy.
right, ladies. Thanks a lot. Enjoy.
Trev, we've now seen it all.
He's
Hey, I owe
It's
somebody the
official.
headgear back.
We
There
thought
you
we
go.
had seen it all.
There
Now
you
we
go.
have seen it all.
I suppose you want me to bring you a lollipop up to the booth as well.
We do, absolutely. Please do.
I only got 2 or 3. Okay, here we go.
All right.
For you, give me the blue one.
Yeah. They have any green ones?
It was orange and blue. Give me Tiger colors.
Orange.
Yes. Stay with the program.
Here's Evan Gattis with 2 outs. Matt Boyd has done well since the 2-run homer by Gattis in the first. That ball skied to center field. Playable though. Matzuk cruising over, staring into the sunlight. And a 1-2-3 inning for Matt here in the third. Time for a flashback and time for cricket. Something to smile about. How about this? It was 16 years ago today that a svelte Craig Monroe hit his first big league home run. And Simo, I'm imagining it feels like just yesterday.
It did, guys, but let me just be clear. Guys, that was an emotional day for me. Played a long time in the minor leagues, a lot of winter balls in Mexico and going to Dominican Republic. You name it. I was trying to turn myself into a baseball player because when they drafted me, truth be told, I was an athlete. I did not know and understand how to play the game the right way. So thank goodness I got an opportunity to work hard enough to get that opportunity, and it was a special, I mean an absolute special moment in my career, something I will never, ever forget.
Was that also your first major league hit?
It was. My first hit was a home run. That was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Colin McHugh goes back to work here as we go to the third. It'll be Matuk, Iglesias, and Kinsler. It's got to be something to come back to the bench, and one of the first guys to greet you is the guy that's going to the Hall of Fame this year, Pudge Rodriguez.
Oh, that was special. You know, coming up in the Rangers organization, getting an opportunity to be in the minor leagues, but going over to the big league side and just watching, you know, Pudge Rodriguez, watching Juan Gonzalez, and at this time Rusty Greer. Man, these guys were like my idols. I looked up to them. So, no, that was a special moment as well.
Mikey looks at a strike on the outer edge. The count is 1-2.
How about this, Mario? Walking into the clubhouse for the first time at my locker, like I'm in a locker room where, you know, they got your name up on your locker, and it's Rodriguez, it's Palmeiro. And then there was Craig Monroe. I went crazy when I saw that.
Did you take a picture?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I got the name tag. I got it all at home.
That is so cool. Well, what do you got on Mr. McHugh here? He's held the Tigers in check so far in this game.
He's doing a good job of locating both his fastball and his breaking ball. Looks like he's mostly staying away, but he's changing speeds extremely well.
And we hung that one on the inside part of the plate, and Mikey's going to slap it to the gap. It'll go to the wall. Matuk is on his way to second, and he's going to stop there. Thought about it. Made the wise choice, a leadoff double for Matuk in the third.
That's a real good job by Beresnek out there in center field. He got that ball in quickly and made Mikey shut it down. Nobody out. You certainly don't want to get thrown out at third base. One out, maybe you think about it, but I don't think he would have made it. just a pretty good breaking ball. I mean, Mikey stayed on it. All the Tigers have had trouble with McHugh's breaking ball. It's been very sharp, and you can tell he's taking a lot off it. Riznik does a good job of stopping it before it gets to the wall. If that gets to the wall, he's on third base. Nevertheless, still got to pick him up, get him in. Iglesias, get him over. Kinsler, my guy, get him in.
Ball 1 to Iglesias.
And also to add what Gibby just talked about, guys, in this situation with Iggy in the batter's box, look for McHugh to try to pound him in. Everybody in the ballpark knows what Iggy's trying to do. He's got to get Matuk over to third base. The pitcher's not going to give in to him here.
Slap to the second baseman, and he threw back to the bag. Nobody there. One gone.
The Tigers have had trouble. We talk about the improvement. Mikey Matuk. Everybody knows Iglesias really does his job right here. Hits the ball to the right-hand side. Watch right up here, though. He sees it. Watch what he does. He sits right down when he sees that ball. You got to start training yourself. You see the ball, you're thinking, oh, it's going to be in right field. I got to score. They have done that in the past, but Mikey's on a roll. Good read.
Now Kinsler with one out.
But a 2-run home run.
He hit one to center in his first at bat. He spins one up there. It's a cutter in for a strike. 0-1 on Ian. He came in nearly a 300 hitter career against the Astros. 298. First real trouble of the night for McHugh, the leadoff double.
Shadows. You know, just looking at Mikey Matuk again, you can see the shadows right there. It makes it a little bit tougher. And the plan was to have Mikey play against left-handers, right? In kind of platoon.
Right.
With Jacoby Jones as we came into the year. All he saw in spring training, righties. He really scuffled against the righties. And now here you go. He's in the big league season. Raking righties. Came into the game hitting .303 against him. So, you know, it's just amazing how you plan things. They turn sometimes. Be ready for your opportunity, all of them.
Mikey now has hit safely in 12 of 13. 1-2 on Kinsler. Ian pops it in the air. Second base side for Altuve to the grass, and there are 2 gone. Simo, you know a thing or two about trying to earn a spot on a big league roster.
Yeah, Gibby's absolutely right. You have to take advantage of every opportunity and give Mikey a lot of credit. Behind the scenes, when nobody's watching, is when you really do all your work. And he spent a lot of time in the batting cage, grooving his swing, working on his rhythm. He's actually made some mechanical adjustments. He's standing up more upright, which allows him to work down and through the baseball. So again, yeah, you have to do the work behind the scenes, and when you get your opportunity, you want to capitalize.
Chimadusi now trying to drive in a run with 2 outs.
You know, many players in his position, when they make mistakes, they get tight, and they kind of stop their development. But he has done just the opposite. That's a good sign.
Whoa, what happened there?
Slipped. Got his foot caught on the mound. Hey, in your debate today with Simo, did you say something about a piano and a tuba?
No, a piano. I was talking about Mike Schmidt, how he's finesse, power and finesse. He can.
So what was the power part?
Power is moving a piano, and the finesse part is playing a piano, but you also move a piano.
I thought I heard tuba. I was standing in the background. Well, I've told this story. Many don't know that Mario is a tuba instructor.
Yeah, right. No.
Yes, you are.
It's more like I have a son who can play the tuba. I have done nothing to do with that. If you were to stick an instrument in my hand, whether it's a trumpet, a tuba, drums, anything, it would be bad news. Bad news.
You can just carry it for the midwinter
there
workout.
You go. Yeah, just do
tuba
that.
workout.
The 1-2, and Aducey slaps it foul.
Never thought about it, but that would be tough to walk with that big instrument, and you have to have some cardio, wouldn't you?
Talk to my son Daniel. He does it all year long at MSU.
He's in shape.
Yeah, well, no,
Talking about like
I'm talking about me.
Just keeps digging at you,
I know,
Mario.
yeah,
Just digging in there.
Simo, welcome to my life.
See him in my pocket yesterday.
Yeah, then you said, what today? The finger?
Don't even go there. Adducey swings and misses, and McHugh's going to pitch around a lead-off double. No runs, 1 man left, 3 in the books. Go to the top of the 4th, and by the way, tonight's game is on AFN, the American Forces Network, now in its 75th year of broadcasting to American military personnel overseas in more than 170 countries and naval ships at sea. Welcome to those watching tonight, and thank you, of course, for your service. Well, the Astros coming up now against the left-hander Matthew Boyd. Marwin Gonzalez leads it off. He'll look at strike 1. Boyd had a 5-pitch third. Gonzalez had a double after the Gaddis homer in the first, but they stranded him. And now Gonzalez a double and a homer in the series. Here's the 0-1. No balls and 2 strikes. Beltran and then Fisher to follow.
Got a guest coming up here.
Yeah, we get a chance to speak with John Hiller, who was part of the Alumni Saturdays here. 0-2 on Gonzalez. And a roller foul outside of third base.
Well, Matt Boyd with the good inning last inning, he's got to continue to put zeros up there. Pitches way better. More action down in the zone. The home run he gave up was high and down the middle. Got to really bear down and keep making good pitches.
Popped up, shallow right field, long run for Kinsler and Adducey. Kinsler hauls it in. 1 away. We check in now with Trevor.
And Mario, I'm with Alex Presley's wife Janelle, and we're here to talk yoga. That's because there will be yoga in the outfield here at Comerica Park on August the 6th. And Janelle, how important has yoga been to you in your life, and what are the benefits you found?
It's very important. I started doing yoga about 5 years ago, and it just relieves stress. It helps loosen muscles, increase flexibility. I just love doing it.
And what about Alex? Have you managed to get him to tag along with you to some of these yoga classes?
I did one time. I'm not sure he'll ever do it again. It was a hot yoga class. He about passed out after.
Oh, the hot yoga. Yeah, I've done that before. That is no fun for anybody.
Yeah, he spent about the last 10 minutes laying on the mat. When they give you the option, that was him.
Well, tell us a little about yoga in the outfield. We know that the Tigers are going to be out of town on August the 6th. They're going to have yoga in the outfield. And how can people get involved in that?
It's awesome. You can just buy a ticket, and it's then you also get a ticket to another game and a free yoga mat. And the cool part is you get to go out in the outfield in your bare feet and hang out there for an hour and do yoga.
And if anybody wants more information, Mauro, they can simply log on to tigers.com/yoga and sign up for that, or just show up at Comerica Park on August the 6th at 9 a.m. for a free 1-hour yoga session. Janelle will be there.
Trev will be there.
Too.
Trev, you in?
No, I'm not in. I have no flexibility, guys. You don't want to see that.
Well, that's the point. You want to gain flexibility.
What's the attire?
What's the attire? What's the attire? What do you wear to yoga classes?
Just yoga pants, just any, and then a tank top probably, because it's probably going to be hot.
Especially that hot yoga. The less, the better, right?
Yeah,
less is more.
Exactly, for sure.
Let's get you out there, Gibby.
That ball going to split the gap and go all the way to the wall. Might get a run in. Beltran rounding third, rumbling home, and he will score, and that's going to be a triple for Derek Fisher, and the Astros have taken a 3-0 lead. Back-to-back hits here against Matt Boyd in the fourth. Ducey almost got to that ball, couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, that ball had afterburners on it. Ducey could not cut it off. Mikey has to go pick it up, but you know that's a triple out there, and Fisher was motoring. Fly. Beltran scores easily.
That is the third hit of the series already now for Fisher, and now the infield coming in for the Tigers. Alex Bregman will stand in for the Astros. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Bregman had a base hit back in the second. Did not score. The Tigers lefty Matt Boyd had a big pickoff in that frame. And now Matthew trying to strand this runner at third with one out. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Good pitch there. Down in the zone. Started it off the plate. We get John Hiller on there. We'll talk to him about throwing a slider or two.
Pretty good one.
Yeah, it's not up. It's some of those pitches that are getting cranked. They're not at the top. Like a lot of the pitchers try and get that ball up top or just over the top of the strike zone.
There you go. He went around, says home plate umpire Manny Gonzalez. Big out there, 2 away. It'll be 4 strikeouts now for Boyd. Bregman unable to get the run in from third. And that'll bring up Marisnik. All 4 of the strikeouts for Boyd swinging tonight.
Marisnik had a single between first and second base his first time up and got caught stealing.
It'll dart in for a strike. Bender that time from Boyd, 0-1.
See the first pitch breaking ball. Again, it's back door. The effective pitches also is the change up to the righties, and he's got to get that fastball in on the hands, right in on the hands.
Flared out of play, 0-2.
Change up right there. Simo, can you see how the shadows, do you think they had any effect at all?
Well, I thought earlier it did, but I think now in the batter's box it looks like it appeared to be clear, and the guys are able to pick up the baseball. One thing about this Houston Astros team, man, they apply the pressure no matter what, in the batter's box, on the base paths, on defense.
Yeah, they get underway quickly. They hit the ball. Now we saw Reddick beat out the infield hit in the first, and that turned into a run and the home run from Gaddis. Just saw Fisher. He moves around there very well. Bregman, he moves. He's not any slouch. Carlos Beltran scored all the way from first, so good athleticism.
Down goes Marisnik to end the inning. 5 strikeouts, and the Astros will settle for 1 run. When we come back, we'll talk to a 68 World Series hero. John Hiller will join us in the booth. Coming up from Comerica. Three 0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning at Comerica Park. Pleasure to be joined now in the booth by John Hiller, former closer for the Tigers. 1968, of course, was a special season. We'll talk about that. But John, what have you been doing to keep busy lately?
Oh golly, it's just golf.
Yeah?
You know, staying on the golf course a lot. And this summer has been so much rain up in the Upper Peninsula anyway, so the golfing's limited. But my wife and I spend the winters in Arizona, and both of us play about 5 days a week. So I know Rosie would like to do that.
Yeah, where he lives, you get about 3 weeks of golf up there. What is it, Iron Mountain?
Iron Mountain, yeah, Kingsford. And, you know, so I got to get this out of the way. I got to say hi to my Uper friends, and I think Kurt would understand that. If I don't, I better not go back.
You can't go back, right?
No, so
they get you at the bridge.
We've been up there 30-odd some years, and got lots of great friends in Phelps, Michigan, and all through the UP. So thanks for that.
Now you're on a little tour. I understand you stopped at the park in Grand Rapids last night to meet some friends as well.
We did, Kurt, and that's always a great part of the state, and they treat you so well over there. And went over to Grand Haven yesterday, and just enjoyed the day. The weather's just been beautiful lately.
Now, we were teammates in 79 and 80.
Yep.
Remember that?
Oh, I remember. Yeah, we.
Remember how mature I was?
Hey, well, you brought a different aspect to the game, and you know, to be totally honest, I guess some of us weren't used to the change, or weren't looking for the change, and you know, things change, and you went on to have a fantastic career. So the way you started, you finished, and I think everybody appreciated that.
Now, tell us a little bit about the '68 team. That was a special team, but it was also a special year as well. What do you remember the funnest part about that, or the lasting memory about that?
I think, you know, we came so close. A game out in 1967, and I think all winter we look forward to getting back to spring training. You know, '67 with the riots, and I think a big part of it was the newspaper was on strike all through '68, and a big also part of it was the fact that we'd all come, a lot of us, through the minor league system together. I would say about 75% of the team. And, you know, unlike you guys, you sort of blew everybody away in '84. And I think we had 30 some odd games that we came from behind. And every championship team is a close knit bunch. But I think the fact that we all came up through the minor league system together, as a lot of your team did in '84, makes you a lot closer.
John, in your day, the closer's role was much different than it is now. We've talked about this a lot, but you would routinely throw 2, 3, 4 innings in a game to get a save. Obviously, that is not the case now. So things were kind of different in your day.
Oh, they were a lot different. You know, I was down talking with Jim Price and Dan, and I didn't even know there's a 1 year, 1974, all relief. I knew I had 17 wins and 14 losses. That's a lot of mess ups also. But I pitched 150 innings out of the bullpen that year without a start. So, and I think 130 the year before that with 38 saves. So I was able to come in pretty much from the 7th inning on, as a lot of the relief pitchers were back then. And that's just the way the game was played. They didn't have the luxury maybe of that setup man, and we were working with a 4-man rotation and sometimes only 9 pitchers on the staff.
Yeah. Well, you also had a situation where guys like Denny McClain, Mickey Lolich, these guys are throwing 300 innings a year as starters, and that's another thing you don't see these days.
No, you don't. And we actually did have 4 pitchers capable of complete ball games. Joe Sparma, very strong. Earl Wilson, very strong. And you mentioned the other 2. So there weren't many saves. I don't know how many saves I had in the 60s, but Pat Dobson, who happened to be my roommate, was a right-hander, and he got the right-handed starts for doubleheaders. I got the left-handed, and if they needed to be relief, it was him or I in the later innings, but they weren't save opportunities. Not with Mickey and Denny. Denny would tell Mayo Smith, get back to the bench. I'm finishing this ball game, and he actually would do that.
And Mayo did.
You
right?
couldn't do that to Sparky, I guarantee you.
Well, until the World Series, there was Lolich.
Yeah.
Hey, now, do I remember this right? Did they not have? I know they had the mounds outside the dugout. Didn't they? Right outside where the on-deck circle is, didn't pitchers used to warm up from that spot occasionally?
I think years back they did, but at the other time it was down by the underground dungeon, we called it. And but you might be right. Years before in the 50s, it might have been up there more at the batting circle.
A few jokes told down in that little dungeon.
Yeah, and then whatever else we could do to entertain it. We played a lot of gin, rummy. Pat Dobson and I. We had a scope that we would check the stands out in, and you know, I tell people the game, and the big part about change is that we weren't sitting around playing video games back then in the 60s and 70s. We were out having a good time, enjoying ourselves, and enjoying being a major league ball player.
Well, John, it's always a pleasure to see you at the ballpark. Don't be a stranger. Thanks for stopping in.
I will. I just wish I lived a little closer. That 9-hour drive, you know, it's a little much, but I appreciate you guys having me here.
All right, John.
Okay.
Thanks very much. When we come back, we'll talk about a little bit of controversy from last night's game involving some bat flips. Josh Reddick will lead things off here as we go to the 5th inning, and Houston on top by a score of 3-0 here in Game 2 in the series. The Astros 7 hits. Tigers have only 2 hits in this game tonight. Matt Boyd back to the mound. Got the top of the order here. Reddick leading it off. And he'll look at a ball outside. 2-0. Reddick a single and a strikeout. And our thanks again to John Hiller, who was gracious enough to spend a half inning with us, of course, here in the Alumni Saturdays. He's answering questions for Tigers fans at the Big Cat Court before the game today. There's a wave and a miss. 2-1. Certainly a different era for John Hiller, and the closers were looked at much differently than they are today.
Well, I mean, the game's great. It was when he played. It was when I played. It still is a great game.
Back up the middle, Castellanos. 1 out. Let's go back to last night. After the Castellanos home run, we had a little bat flip there. And Nick also watched the home run. Then later in the game, when
retaliation,
Reddick hit his home run, which turned out to be a game winner, here's what he did. What do you guys got on that? A little payback or what?
Definitely some payback. And me and Gibby are obviously different areas, different thought process about this one, guys. But I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, you pay attention. Actually, I'm guilty. I mean, I did that way back in '84. We had Kurt Bavacqua from the San Diego Padres hit it in Game 2. He hit a home run, and he did a little threw a few kisses. I took exception to that. I couldn't believe it. I mean, we won the first game. We're in the World Series. Game 2, he does that.
What did you do, Gib? Let's see.
Well, I cranked Goose #1.
There's a drive in the air to center field. That's going to be routine for Matuk.
I got a feeling we're going to roll out. We'll keep it going the next inning.
6-pitch inning. Tigers baseball presented by Bell Tire. Oh, here we go. Here's Menard's big money encounter. The Kurt Bavacqua home run, Game 2 of the '84 World Series. Throwing out kisses, and then my man Gibby. Boom!
This sealed the deal right here. What does he do? So is that pimping, Simo?
Yes, it is.
That's not pimping. That's responding to somebody started something.
I agree.
Oh, you just finished it, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I like it. I like it. Nick was a pimp job. I mean, pimping ain't easy.
I mean,
somebody got to do it.
I mean, I didn't blow kisses and do a somersault or something like that. I didn't get crazy about that. I just remembered right about I got that point, but Bavacqua did. So I just said, okay, you blew me one, I would blow you one back. And we were celebrating soon after that. That was kind of a cool deal.
Victor Martinez leading it off.
But when you see the things that happen, I mean, isn't it right to take, it's not exception, but Simo, when when Nick does it, I mean, it's okay that they responded, don't you think?
Oh yeah,
no
absolutely.
Big deal.
No big deal at all. I mean, I think that's the showmanship. That's a fun part of the game, especially when you come up with big knocks.
Victor with a slicing line drive to left, the leadoff single here in the 5th.
That's smart hit there. Let's take a look at the infield alignment. Nobody is over in this whole area right here. What does Victor do? Just throws it away, hits it away. And the left fielder is the only person on that side of the diamond, pretty much. Victor with the leadoff single.
That is only the 3rd Tigers hit in this game. They've got a couple of singles and a double.
So Simo, tell me, when are you over the line on something like that? I mean, is there a specific, or you just got to read the situation?
I think you have to read the situation.
This might be a double play. And it is. So just like that, the bases are empty, 2 gone.
Now, Gib, I think you have to read the situation. Think about it. You know, in a big moment, you're in the playoffs. It's obviously 1984 there. I thought that was perfect for that moment. I mean, it's a big moment in the World Series. It's not necessarily retaliation. I mean, you're just doing what they were doing. The other team, San Diego Padres, were doing there, and you just kind of kiss them back.
If you're down by 10 runs and you do it.
Oh, no. You can't do it then.
Isn't that what Batista did? And then, you know, the other thing is, remember I did the arm thing in '88?
Yes.
I mean, you could consider that. I never really considered it, but you could say that's pimping too. I mean, I would never mean to show a teammate up, but I think, just like me, many times that these things happen, it's just an outpouring of emotion and happiness.
I think that's exactly what it is too. I had a couple of those moments. In the World Series, obviously, then in the American League Championship, and so it wasn't about showing up the opposing players or the team. It was just an exciting moment that the little kid in you comes out, man.
What was the worst pimp job you ever did, where you can actually know that you might have went a little too far?
Might have been in Kansas City. It was the second one of the game, my second one in that particular game, and I hit one way back to dead center. And I probably stood there a little bit too long. And I remember the umpire, I can't call his name right now, but he's Tim McClellan. Was it McCarver?
McClellan. Yeah.
Yes. I heard him yell, "Run!" And so I was like, uh-oh, I might have stayed here a little bit too long. Just a little bit.
All right, what did you guys think about the Jose Bautista home run in the playoffs 2 years ago? Too much, or was it because of when it happened and what was at stake that was fine?
See, for me, it was about the emotion.
Yeah,
I
me too.
enjoyed that one. The one when he was up 10 runs, where they were down 10 and he hit it and he pimped it, that one I don't agree with.
Yeah, whatever you do, you got to wear it one way or the other. You might have to reevaluate, just admit it sometime, you know? If you did go too far, just say, hey. But you get into the heat of competition. There's a lot of things said out of those dugouts that our mics even don't pick up. It's not many, but people communicate across the diamond fairly often. And, you know, you got to decide, you want to keep it going or you want to let it go. And the Tigers, they've had 2 series in a row where they've had communications with the other team. And the one was last night, and then the Kansas City when they had the little pillow thing going out there in the diamond.
3-2 on Mikey Matuk. We're in the 5th, 3-0 Houston.
Feathers all over. That's just a kind of a guy joke.
Well, Boyd doing himself some real good work here tonight. Although he gave up the 2-run homer in the first, he's had a couple of quick innings, a 5-pitch inning, a 6-pitch inning.
Hey, Simo, Mario's been pimping on that pick the stick thing.
That's about where I was going too, kid. I mean, he's been pimping us and talking trash the whole time with this pick the stick.
See, I don't know what you're talking
about. Oh no,
about.
I hear it. You're really good at it too. You're really good at trash talking, Mario. I will admit, you are good at it.
Look at me.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I am a mild-mannered individual.
Muscles showing, you know. He's putting his muscles up. He's like, okay. He's flexing his muscles on us, and yes, you have been flexing your muscles, Mario. No question about it.
Well,
do you think you're actually going to win that competition?
who, me?
Yeah.
No. I got to be honest with you. I just think it's pure luck, and eventually this all evens out. And so by the time September rolls around, somebody else will probably be in first place. And you know what?
Will it be Simo?
Who cares?
Will it be Simo? You're 100 up.
That's fine.
100 up, too. I got a long way to go, fellas. Long way to go.
Iglesias the batter here.
2-run dinger. Come on.
You look at a strike, it bends in, 1 ball, 1 strike.
See, sometimes we try and get into these conversations. The game's going on. You can watch it on TV, and then before you know it, we've tied it up, but it hasn't worked yet. Need another runner, and then Kinsler needs to go deep.
Why Kinsler?
Because he's my guy.
Of course. There's a ball outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Simo, who'd you pick tonight?
I'm with Jay Up, and
Jay Up
tonight not
Minus
so
2.
good. -2, 2 punch outs, but that's all right. Still got some couple at bats left.
Me too.
Get us back in the game.
Got a couple of punch outs. I got Mr. Adduci.
I'm even.
It's all going to change soon here.
I got a little nugget guy sitting down here too in this camera.
Oh, look at him.
Oh, there you go. Driven deep to left, down to the corner. And Iglesias has pounded that one off the wall. That'll score a run. And Iggy is on his way to second. It's a double. Tigers on the board. Three to 1.
Attaboy. Got the head out, and Mikey on the move. Iggy, I think he thought he got that. He made a mistake. Remember, he made the out at third the other day. I'm sure he learned from that. Ball barely stays fair. Mikey was moving. Look at, if he knew it went out, he might pimp it. Right, right about now, he's thinking, I can't run into this out, so good adjustment.
Here is Kinsler, and he'll look at a strike on the outer edge. He painted that time 0-1.
I got to look going the other way now. Here you got to see, you got moving parts of motion. Love to see him circle those pillows.
Look how he was cutting those angles too, Gibby.
Yeah, Mikey really runs the routes good.
Yeah, that was something that you would harp on us about.
Simo, what's your nugget?
My nugget, guys. Yes, let me take you back to my nugget here. Getting a chance to kind of watch the guys in the dugout, sitting here talking with Bull. They're all, they're talking about the shadows. I said that the shadows wasn't an issue. Well, truth be told, a lot of the players said not really picking up the baseball that well.
Really?
McHugh's obviously dealing, nice breaking ball, nice cutter, and he's done a good job of using the shadows to his advantage.
As he may have done there. And down goes Kinsler, 7 strikeouts. Simo, good talking to you, man. We'll see you post game.
Yes, sir. Gibby, don't keep digging at Mario all night long, all right?
Yeah.
My buddy.
Thanks, guys.
Fox Sports Detroit is brought to you by Bell Tire. For tires and auto service, everybody needs a Bell Tire guide. And by Chevrolet. Go for thrilling drives and deals at the Chevy Summer Drive. Chevrolet, find new roads. Back here at Comerica Park, Tigers on the board now. It is a 3-1 ball game. How about those rosy cheeks? That little one's enjoying Tigers baseball as well. Got the eye black on. Those are the stickers, though.
Acting like a player, yeah. What kind of eye black did you like? The cork or
cork?
Burned it on?
Yep, that was fun. Here's Gaddis to lead things off. Gaddis, Gonzalez, Beltran facing the lefty Boyd. Ball one as we start the 6th inning. 2-run shot early on in this one for Gaddis. It happened with 2 outs in the 1st inning to give Houston an early edge in this one. Right back off of Boyd, off his leg, and there will be no play, and hopefully Matt's okay. He took one off the elbow in his last start against Minnesota.
Sounded like that hit a little glove, but obviously he's limping, so it got part of it. Ball's usually on the outside part of the plate. Hitter tries to pull that ball. It goes up the middle. It's stinging, but looked like it hit him on the calf. Kevin Rand trying to figure out whether he should stay in the game or not. They'll probably have him throw a couple of warm-up pitches. You heard of the old saying, shake it off?
I have.
That's what they're trying to do.
Some injuries are easier than others to shake off. So with Kevin Rand out there, Boyd will get a few warm-up pitches to be sure he's okay.
One thing you worry about, if you get somebody hit on the leg and they favor it, they could hurt their arm, shoulder, elbow. So that's the main concern. It appears he's okay. However, they will x-ray it, I'm sure, just depending on where it hit him.
By the way, fans, if you can't catch the games on TV, you can stream them live on your mobile device with Fox Sports Go. Download the app, take Fox Sports Detroit and Tigers baseball with you wherever you go. Leadoff man on for the Astros here in the 6th. Still goes an infield hit for Gaddis. Now Marwin Gonzalez.
Gaddis with a couple of knocks to hit the ball hard today.
Double pop up for Gonzalez. He homered in last night's game. And Marwin has been on base now in 31 consecutive games for Houston. It's been quite a year. Look at where Gonzalez was.
A little bit ahead this year, huh?
He's on pace for 30 homers and 97 RBIs.
You know, we haven't really talked about this Houston team. You see everybody wearing those extra helmets.
Little
protective
mouth
device
guard there, yeah.
It's not a. I mean, it goes right in front of the jaw, and the chin, and the mouth. And if a ball comes up and in, usually you turn away, but it looks like even if it would protect your eyes, looks like a baseball would not fit through there. It seemed like it would be distracting, but it has not distracted this Houston Astros team.
Well, this is a Houston team that came in 33 victories on the road this year.
34, wasn't it?
Oh, I beg your pardon. That's even wrong. 38 and 13 on the road. So nobody in the major leagues has a better road record. 38 and 13. And they're averaging 7 runs per game on the road. So you wonder what their magic is, aside obviously from a very good lineup. Drilled to left field, going to the corner. Justin Upton trailing back toward the wall to make the catch. Right in front of 345, it fell short.
Boy, that was scary when that went up. Had some backspin on it. Gonzalez looking to go deep, but Jap got over there and pulled it in.
One gone now for Beltran. Beltran in the ball game, a single and a strikeout. That'll float it for a strike. 0-1.
Yeah, boy, check him out when that ball left the bat. He thought he got it in. Stay in the park. And it did. Everybody's giving the body language.
Right back up the middle, might be two. Kinsler tags the bag one, and there's a double play. 4-3, twin killing. We go to the bottom of the sixth.
Down 3-1, Colin McHugh has really been lights out. Good mix of fastball, curveball, and a newly developed slider. He's kept the Tiger bats totally out bounds. It looks like the shadows assisting him as well. Tiger hitters not picking up the spin. Through 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, and walk, and 7 Ks for McHugh. There you see the usage, right as he always does. 49% on the fastballs, and the secondary stuff's about 50% as well.
Yeah, slider is at 26%. That's a pitch that McHugh started tinkering with when he was rehabbed here, and has kind of incorporated that now into his arsenal.
That's interesting because he had an elbow. That's why he was on the DL. But right. He ramped up throwing spin balls, and this is one of the philosophies I know of AJ Hinch and his staff. Got to spin it.
Adduci, Upton, and Cabrera here in the 6th. Tigers down 3-1. Now McHugh with the 1-1 pitch. Well, AJ Hinch just happy to have his top 3 in the rotation back in the rotation. Keuchel was on the disabled list. He returned last night. McHugh's 2nd start off the DL. And we'll see McCullers tomorrow. 2-2.
You know, it looks like a little late right there, but yeah, I think McHugh's sneaky. You know, everybody doesn't have to throw 100 to be hard to get on top of the ball.
Got under that one and lofts a lazy fly to center for Marisnick.
That's big breaking ball right there. He's got a good speed variation all the way down to 75 miles an hour. Previous pitch was like 91, 92. So I felt like Caducey saw that pitch okay. He just couldn't stay back.
Time now for the Bernstein advantage, and Justin Upton on base percentage this month. Highest since June of 2011 for Upton. And Jay up in this game 0 for 2. Here's another bender that drops in.
He loves that pitch early in the count to get that strike. That's not a short bending breaking ball. That ball looks like it's coming at you and it may hit you. And just about the time you think about giving up on it, snapdragon right out across the plate for a strike.
The 0-1. 0-2. Followed that up with the fastball. McHugh had allowed 12 runs against the Tigers in the last 2 starts versus Detroit, but a much different story here, at least so far tonight. Here's the 0-2. He'll break one off and miss low.
We've been looking at the umpires. Ramon De Jesus right here. You see the guys on the corner standing right on foul territory. Now the ball comes at him. There's C.B. Buckner over there on third base. Now some umpires straddle the line. That ball will come after you a couple times a year. Again, that's just their starting point. First base umpire pretty active, probably has the most plays other than the home plate umpire who has to call the balls and strikes. The bang plays at first base, a lot of them. But now with the replay, it's really not that much stress.
2-2, the count stays.
Think it'd bother you?
You know,
they checked your stuff.
Yeah, you know, you say there's not much stress anymore, and there isn't in terms of getting it right, but I think the umpires still have to feel some kind of sense of kind of big brother watching over them. You know, with all the new technology now, everything they do is scrutinized.
They want to get it right.
Slap to center field on the line and caught by Marisnick.
Playing shallow.
2 down. That'll bring up Cabrera. And as you said earlier, Gibby, the umpires' jobs is a lot more difficult than I think we kind of give it credit for sometimes.
They haven't had too many plays yet today, but they do move quite a bit. And of course, we plan to show a little bit more and make reference of it, so there haven't been any close plays or any movement plays. But we'll do it today and also tomorrow. Somehow we'll show you just what they're up against.
Single and a fly ball for Miguel. Playing to pull on the infield. Now time given to Cabrera. McHugh taking too long.
That's a tough out by Jay. Up, did everything right, hit it hard. Marisnick, it's Marisnick out center field. He really moved around out there.
Running scoop by Gonzalez, who throws him out. Cabrera's gone, so the Tigers, and we're on our way to the 7th. As we go to the top of the 7th here at Comerica Park, and calling all Wolverines, Fox Sports Detroit University Days are back Friday, August 18th. Purchase your tickets at tigers.com/UM. Ticket packages include a limited edition hat. Don't miss University of Michigan University Day with the Tigers. Get your tickets today, coming up on the 18th of August. Matt Boyd goes back to the mound, and he will face the bottom 3 in the Houston lineup. It'll be Derek Fisher, Alex Bregman, Jake Marisnick. 3-1 Astros on top here in Game 2 in the series. Boyd goes to work, and Fisher sends a ground ball to second. These Astros, man, they are aggressive. They swing early.
Yes, they do. They've also had some big hits last night, especially in the 8th inning. 3 hits in a row with, of course, the big 3-run home run. Yeah, they're getting after it. I mean, there's a couple different theories. Sometimes you like to swing early. What I don't like about swinging early, where it gets you in trouble, is with you're always on the fastball, and all of a sudden somebody throws you a changeup, and you slow your bat down and you try and make contact. I'd rather, you've got to teach yourself to swing and miss, because you don't want to hit a little weak ground ball.
I've never heard that used before, that concept talked about before, teaching yourself to swing and miss as opposed to making a soft contact out.
Richie Hebner used to teach us to swing and miss big, look bad, because you're going to get another one,
Yeah. 1 ball and 1 strike.
So you can set them up a little bit, but you have to realize it mid-swing and look off balance, especially on for a left-handed hitter. It would be a big curve ball. The guy you really need to influence is that catcher. Most pitchers trust their catchers. We got action.
Martez, the right-hander, warming up. One and 2 the count on Bregman. Ball high, 2-2.
Matt Boyd here in the top of the 7th inning, pitch count only 75. Heck of a job. Got to keep it going. Tigers down 3-1. Keep it close.
Will pop up first base side. Cabrera will haul it in. 2 away.
And on the hands again.
Time for a Comerica Bank game summary in this one. And we'll look at the starting pitchers, Colin McHugh and Matthew Boyd.
I mean, both have pitched very well. 7 strikeouts for McHugh and 5 for Boyd. Boyd has given up 3 runs. The home run hurts at this point. Tigers have not homered tonight. You can look at their numbers. When they homer, they win.
Marisnick, ball 1. May 3rd is the last time that Boyd completed 7 innings in the major leagues this year.
6 innings in his last 2, both appearances. So I mean, he's trending that way.
Marisnick is 1 for 2. The Astros today have had 12 at bats of 2 pitches or less. That's big aggressive.
Yeah. That's why you see the pitch count so good for Boyd.
Sawed him off. Castellanos. And Marisnick is out by half a step. 1-2-3 inning. Coming up, the Consumers Energy 7th inning stretch. Baseball on Fox Sports Detroit is brought to you by Comerica Bank, a part of Detroit and the community since 1849. Your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Visit ChevyDetroit.com. See why Chevy drives to Motor City. And by Wallside Windows, we can do that. We are the factory. Time now for the Unlimited Baseball break, brought to you by T-Mobile. Here is what's going on down on the farm. Joe Jimenez, he's doing some pretty good stuff. Give you 16 consecutive scoreless appearances.
Yeah, you'll see him coming back up. And Jairo Labor, look at his numbers. I mean, in spring training, he could not find the strike zone. This kid was a throw-in with Boyd and Norris, but he has an electric arm, and he's done well. And Jake Robson, he's been good in West Michigan and down in Lakeland right now. They got some good players down there in the minors. You're going to see some of them come in here in the next year or so. Some good arms, especially.
Got a pitching change as Martez takes over out of the bullpen now for the Astros. It is a Wallside Windows change.
Yeah, he was ranked as the #1 overall prospect by MLB at the time of his call-up. So he's got good stuff. The numbers are good too. Throws hard, 50% heaters, 95, 96. Looks like that one was 97. Curveballs, 38.5%. Then he also throws that change. Here's the fiddler sitting next to Scott Reed.
Alan Trammell, special assistant to the general manager.
Guys are all waiting around for trades. That is, if one comes along that makes sense. I think everybody just thought the Tigers were going to just trade everybody. That's not the case. They have valuable assets, and you don't ever do anything unless it makes sense for your organization, short and long term.
1-2 on Castellanos.
You pretty much just look at how A.J. Hinch is bringing these pitchers at the Tigers. A lot of fastballs, a lot of breaking balls, and an occasional slider. Now you got Martez in there right now. Same mold. They're going with the same mold. It's working tonight against this lineup. A.J. Hinch brings another one in. Fastball, breaking ball, slider. And you can see the Tiger hitters not picking. These aren't just little short breaking balls. These are big breakers. A lot of depth on them and late break.
Now Martez back home, and down goes the bat. Castellanos drilled.
They get him on the hand.
Wherever it got him, it hurt.
It looks like it just got away. Looks on the hand. You can obviously a lot of bones in your hand right there. He'll probably be done. He's going to go down and run anyway. Well, while we're waiting for Casty, here's the 1-800 call Sam call of the game. V-Mart last at bat. Fifth inning, they got the shift on. Look at here. Everybody's over here. One left fielder over there. Professional hitting by V-Mart. Takes an outside fastball, just serves it through the open infield into the outfield. Unfortunately, Avila hit into a double play, hit a bullet. He erased V-Mart. Mikey Matuk walked and scored on a double by Iglesias. Tigers still trail 3-1.
And Martez throws a strike at 93, and he painted the outside corner.
Now you might think Houston, because of what V-Mart did, they're going to move, but look, they don't do a thing. They still got the shift on. Here's the Lone Ranger over here. You have all this space over here. It's all open. You can just serve it over there and keep the liner rolling. But we all want to see him hit a home run. That's why they're playing this way.
He held up. 1 ball and 1 strike on Victor. 2 out of 6 in the series now for Martinez. I'm talking about this Astros team and their bullpen, man. They really excel in power arms. They strike out a lot of batters, over 11 per 9 innings, which is the best in baseball. Here's the 1-1. Bouncing ball right side. Off the glove of Gonzalez. Castellanos going to third, and the Tigers are in business. Marvin Gonzalez had at least one out there if he's able to glove it.
And Nick Castellanos quickly on to third. This happened yesterday as well to Altuve. Look at Nick, he's just motoring on. Good route around. There's a good read, but a couple nice home hops. Victor's got a couple of knocks, and the Tigers have a chance to score some runs here in this inning. Nobody down, first and third.
Avila strikeout and double play ball. Alex now at 273. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Martez had 94 with the fastball that time.
Outfield, they're playing him this way. The Houston outfielders moving just as much as the infielders. We were just getting ready to show you before Victor got that hit, but remember the play that Mikey Montook had a problem with?
Right.
The right fielder was playing right on the line, but Houston was playing the opposite way, so I was hoping he'd pull one down that corner, but nevertheless kept the line moving, first and third.
Martez this year made 8 starts down at AAA, had an ERA of a little over 5. Tigers finally giving the fans something to cheer about here in the 7th. 2 on, nobody out.
Tigers owe the Astros from last night.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Alex not swinging the bat quite as good as he was a couple weeks earlier. He's not played as much. Maybe he got a little tired. Maybe they started pitching him a little tougher, being able to locate those pitches.
Now the 1-2. It'll get away and score a run. Gaddis can't find it. Both runners advance, and it's a 3-2 ball game.
That's why that first to third is so important. Nick Castellanos, nobody out, has a good route around second base, gets on third. Then we get a bounce ball, and Gaddis doesn't try and get over it. Actually hits the umpire. Gaddis does not get over to block this. He tries to pick it with his hand. And Nick, with a good read, scores easily. Bemart on to second.
Wild pitch makes it a 1-run game. Still nobody out with the tying run at second. Tigers are 0 for 4 with men in scoring position in this game. Fouled away. More action in the Tigers pen. Shane Green warming up. Two and two. Swing and a miss, and Avila down on strikes.
Just pounded him inside.
1 away.
Alex having trouble. That ball's got a little bit of life. Right over top.
Brent Strom, the Astros pitching coach, coming out. Fans, RBA Baseball 2017 is out now for Xbox One, PS4, iOS, and Android. Enjoy fast-paced pick-up and play MLB action packed with your favorite MLB teams, players, ballparks, and much more. Your breakout MLB season is here. Come ready to play. Learn more at RBIGame.com. So VR now at second with one out. Mikey Matuk will stand in.
So Mikey came in, hit righties, just keep the streak alive. Double walk, scored a run. After that mistake last week, really running the bases well. Get it in the gap and run.
Ball one to Matuk, a double and a walk in this game. He walked with 2 outs in the 5th and scored on the 2-bagger by Iglesias. Now the 1-0. Of his last 21 with an at-bat, Matuk has been able to reach base safely. His numbers since the beginning of June very good. July he came in at 343 this month. Gaddis able to block it, 2-1.
Now Victor Martinez is on second base. He's the tying run. Probably going to take 2 base hits or a double to score him. So if you're thinking about pinch running for Victor, I think you want to measure whether you want him to hit the next time around. You've got to believe he's going to come up again in the game.
Good rip there, 2-2 on Mikey. 95 that time for Martez.
Yeah, he's sneaky. Throws a heavy ball, it looks like.
Tiger box tonight.
Top of the lineup has struggled so far for the Tigers. They're all going to get another chance to win the game.
Martez only 21 years old, out of Santo Domingo. Now he's gone 3-2.
Don't give up on this ball. It may be a breaking ball. May start off the plate. Try and break it on.
Tigers need a base hit here to give them a chance to tie the game. They've been trailing the entire evening. They fell behind 2-0 in the first, then 3-0, now 3-2.
Kid's only 21 years old. In the big leagues.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Matuk, he is down on strikes.
Yeah, they spun it on him. Looking for that heater. They love this. Astros, what they do. Hard slider. Nasty pitch. You just hope you can foul one of those off. So the Tigers have first and third. Got one of the runs on a wild pitch. And Alex Avila and Matuk are struck out. It's up to Iglesias.
Now we'll see what Iggy can do with 2 outs. Strike one. Breaking ball on the outer edge.
And they get in trouble. This they're going to go to. They'll mix a fastball occasionally. Outfielders are shallow. Because Iglesias generally does not display much power. So
slice to right field, base hit. Here comes Martinez. They're going to try and score him, and he'll score. Ball is bobbled in right by Reddick. Throw to second, not in time. We have a tie game.
They were playing in, like I was saying, that it can burn you if the ball is in between you. You're unable to get around and come in on it. It's going to be it. We're going to have a new pitcher. Iggy Remember, he had the line drive right to the second baseman. This one gets over his head. RBI double, and it ties it up.
Iglesias with his second RBI double. It'll be a wall side windows pitching change. We'll be back. As the Tigers come back here in the 7th, just like we promised earlier in the game, Miller time brought to you by Miller Lite. And our Miller moment tonight, well, it just happened.
Iglesias, first pitch swinging. It's a rocket right in between right field and center field, and V-Mark scores easily. Tigers tie it up 3-3.
Now a chance for the Tigers to go ahead. They've got Kinsler up there with the man at second. And 2 outs. Ian, a fly ball, a pop up, and a strikeout. Chris Davinsky is on now for Houston.
Davinsky worked an inning last night. Did walk a guy who got a double play.
Shallow center field. It's going to drop. Base hit. Iglesias coming around to score. And Kinsler gets it done. 4-3 Tigers.
So first pitch swinging here. Davinsky throws a lot of off-speed pitches, lots of changeups, lots of sliders. It's right off the end of the bat. Served it in there nicely. See that ball? Looks like a little slider. 82 mile an hour. Iggy's off and gone. Nice tight turn. Scores easily.
29th RBI for Kinsler. The Tigers had their first lead of the game with a 3-run 7th. Colin McHugh had held the Tigers pretty much spellbound most of the evening, but Martez comes on here in the 7th, and now Davinsky, and they've gotten to the bullpen. Ducey looks at a ball.
Davinsky not very fast to the plate on that pitch. Likes to throw a lot of changeups, certainly to lefties, so a candidate for Kinsler to try and get a stolen base right here. Got a quick move.
Swing and a miss.
That's that changeup.
Kinsler drawing a throw.
Ian's kind of looking nonchalant over there, not a big lead. Sometimes you do that to just kind of lull him to sleep, try and time him. So you're counting whenever he comes set. be 1001, 1002.
Runner goes. Ball high. Gaddis is thrown. Not in time. Stolen base. Kinsler.
That's a good setup. And he's just trying to act relaxed over there and got a little walking start. Gaddis got out there quick, but was on the wrong side of the bag, and Ian with the head first slide stays on the bag.
Now a full count, 3-2 on a Ducey.
It's going to be a change up here. It's going to be something off speed. Been doing it all day.
Matthew Boyd is at 80 pitches through 7, which is where Zimmerman was in last night's game. Bouncing ball right side, glove there by Gurriel, and the pitcher covers to retire the side. However, a big inning for the Tigers. Victor Martinez got it going with a big base hit, scored a big run. Tigers now lead 4-3. Tigers baseball presented by Bell Tire.
Back with the lead here as we go to the top of the 8th, and Matthew Boyd has really settled down here. Gave up one early home run on a high fastball, but look at the breaking ball. He's really trusting it, gone to it. He did in his last swing, and he's also got the changeup, pretty much controlling these Houston Astros today, keeping them off balance. 7 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs. Has not walked a batter. Struck out 5. Just had the 1 home run, the blip to Evan Gaddis in the first inning on a 2-run shot. It's been good since then.
Averaging 93.4 in the fastball today, the fastest of his career. And so he'll go to work now at the top of the lineup. It's going to be Reddick, Altuve, and Gurriel. Tigers have a 1-run lead as we go to the 8th.
If you're Brad, you know if you bring in the righty, Gaddis is probably going to get pinch hit by McCann. That's 4 batters away. Gonzalez is a better hitter against right-handed pitchers. He follows Gaddis.
In the air down the right field line, and Kinsler.
He got it.
Reaching and made the catch. What a play by Ian. He ran a long way down the line and right to the railing to make the play.
You know, you're going to watch this play. He really checks himself. He went a long way and he checks himself. This is good concentration and good job of the fans staying out of the way. Those walls come upon you quickly. Here comes Brad.
That's a heck of a grab.
That's good concentration right there.
That'll be it for Boyd. He'll get a nice round of applause as he departs the scene. Wall side windows pitching change here, Comerica. Here in the 8th inning. It's been a nice couple of days for Matt Boyd. Proud new papa and a good effort tonight, but he got some help from Ian. Kinsler with a nice snag, long run down that first base line, and great concentration.
Yeah, it certainly was, and you can see Matt Boyd looking up there, probably his family, and he's on cloud 9 now. Tigers got to finish it out. We got a new pitcher, Shane Green, this season. This will be his 50th appearance, ERA at 2.78. Facing a pretty good hitter in Jose Altuve. Keep it down.
Altuve has his 19-game hitting streak on the line. He is 0 for 3 in this game. Ground out, pop up, fly out.
It looked like a setup to me. Did you see the way Altuve took that pitch? I'd really be cautious throwing another one of those.
Luckily out of the way. And driven toward left field on a line, but Upton is right there. 2 gone.
Right off the end of the bat. I like that pitch sequence there.
Dangerous hitter retired. 2 outs. It'll bring up Yuli Gurriel.
See what he does. Get Gurriel, then Gaddis. See if he doesn't give you McCann.
Gurriel lines one in the air to right field, going to the corner. Adduci is under it, and that is that.
That's good hitting there.
No runs, no hits, nobody left. Bottom of the 8th, on the way. It's going to be Upton, Cabrera, and Castellanos for the Tigers.
Tigers staff is throwing the ball pretty well, and of course a lot of rumors about JV, but he's got to go out and throw a gem tomorrow. Lance McCullers, very talented, much like McHugh today. Throws fastballs, pretty good breaking ball. It's a good matchup tomorrow. See, both have well over 100 strikeouts this year already.
Astros back to the bullpen, and in a wall side windows change, Luke Gregerson is on. 44th appearance for Gregerson, facing the middle of the Tigers lineup. Upton stands in, and J.F. looks at a ball outside. 1-0. Cabrera, then Castellanos to follow. 2-0 the count on Jay Up.
Gregerson, I tell you, this guy throws across his body. I remember him back from San Diego. Lots of sliders, slider, 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 cutter, slider, cutter, cutter, slider. You get the drift, right?
I do. That darts inside and low, and the count goes 3-0 on Upton.
Yeah, he throw every day as well. 47, almost 48% sliders. Doesn't throw his change hardly at all, but his fastball looks like a cutter, so nothing straight. He won't give in 3-2 as well.
Jay Up taking a hack on 3-0. Gregerson leads the club now with 44 appearances.
A lot of these San Diego pitchers back in the day, they brought him up. Remember, I was talking to one of their scouts, Bill Brick. One of the things they look for, throwing across their body. Just very fluid. Jay looked like he's looking for a slider right there. Nice and smooth. Got a high leg kick. Hides the ball. He's got very good location and is a big game pitcher.
It'll bounce in, ball 4.
There's your 3-2 slider for you.
Tigers get the leadoff man on.
Sometimes they did that.
They'll bring up Cabrera.
See if Jay Up doesn't want to get a bag.
Tiger closer Justin Wilson will have Gaddis, Gonzalez, and Beltran due up. Now Miggy, who in the ball game today is 1 for 3, single flyout, ground out.
Get him, Jay Up. He knows this guy well.
Runner goes, and no throw at all. Strike called, stolen base. Gaddis just held on to it.
Big leg kick there. Like I said, Jay Up's had a lot of games against his 10th steal of the year. Caught 4 times.
It's a big run, standing at second now with nobody out.
Get Jay Up and Altuve talking. Altuve, he likes to talk to everybody. Don't let him set you up, Jay Up.
Now the 0-1. Whistle foul back out of play. 0-2 on Cabrera.
See Miggy really trying to go the other way and get Jay Up over for Castellanos. To hit Jay Up in.
Still talking. Nick on deck. Ball low, 1-2. Gregerson 5 years in San Diego, 1 year in Oakland.
He's had pretty good success. I give him that.
And the foul back out of play.
Big tack on run right here. Tigers lead 4-3. Bottom of the 8th. Jay Up on second. Nobody down. 1-2 count on Miggy. I got it. Look at that guy.
Gregerson 2 years ago, 31 saves for the Astros. Driven foul again. And he got it done, as you mentioned, with a lot of sliders and breaking pitches, and a guy that typically when you get a guy that rolls up 30-40 saves. He's got a really power fastball like they have in Giles now as their closer.
Like I say, it looks like most of these guys can all spin curveballs and sliders, so it makes their fastballs play up. Miggy looks comfy to me, so let's get the job in here. Miggy going to come in now.
High fly ball in the air to center field. Not deep enough. It's going to be Marisnik under it. Runner tags. Here comes the throw to third base. Not in time. Runner moves up.
Astros will bring the infield in.
One away now. Hey, the Tigers host these Astros tomorrow at 1:10. Save on great seats with the Sunday Family Value Packet. 4 tickets, hot dogs, chips, and drinks for just $19 per person. Go to Tigers.com or call 866-66-TIGERS. Cabrera gets some high fives for advancing the runner. Up there at third now, 1 out, infield coming in.
Nick's got to shorten up here on these sliders. He can't be. You just got to get him. Got to get Jay up in. You don't have to get it that deep. He runs well. You're the Tigers. You make him make the ball go through, or do you make him go on contact? You can see the infielders in right here. They're all right here in tight, so they're trying to go. All of them are going home. So you can say let it go through.
0-2. Tied him up that time.
Yeah, came in on him. And Nick's got to shorten up. He's got to find a way to get him in. This is a huge run on third base.
It would certainly make Justin Wilson's job a little bit easier. Here's the 0-2. Wouldn't chase.
Look like Castellanos leaking a little bit there on that front side. You got to stay closed. Got to let it come. You watch that front side, that hip leaking a little bit. You got to almost close your stance against this guy.
Nick staying alive.
Yep, stayed alive. Again, it looks like those inside pitches have such an influence on the hitter. Now here it is, it's the side swing. Really reaching to stay alive there. And try and let that ball come a little deeper. Keep that front side closed. You get it inside this time.
Rolled to third base. Scooped up by Bregman. And they'll hold the runner at third, 2 outs.
So they're making it go through. That gives you 2 chances. Jam probably would have been out, although it had been a hard play for Bregman.
What are some of the scenarios where you would go on contact as opposed to making it go through?
Well, fast runner, number one. J-up is fast. Just decide to put the pressure. You have the lead, or maybe you have a 2-run lead. You know, again, that's easy for us to say, go ahead and do it. You know, this will bring up Victor. He's been swinging the bat good, so Brad believes in 2 hitters, Castellanos or Martinez. He's going to get the job done.
Well, with that shift, we'll see if Victor can slice one the other way and drive this run in.
Now see, he's usually over here, but because the runner's on third base, he cannot vacate that base. Because Upton will be way down the line. As a runner, you can be off as far as the third baseman will allow you to.
Into right field, a base hit. Martinez right through the shift. Drives in a 2-out run.
That boy beat Martin.
5-3 Tigers.
Here you take a shot from behind. Victor's just been looking better and better at the plate, staying back. 3rd hit of the game.
That'll bring up Avila. Tigers now have 8 hits, both sides with 8 hits. Tigers lead 5-3. And Avila swings and misses. The leadoff walk against Gregerson here in the 8th inning proves costly. Tigers able to plate him. And don't discount the stolen base either. That steal by Upton set up the run.
Yeah, fly ball to center by Miggy. Advances to third, ground out to third, and then the single.
Now the 0-1. Chopper to the right side. Backhanded there by Gurriel. Gregerson covers. That'll end the inning. Tigers get a big insurance run, and we go to the 9th.
Call Sam update. Justin Wilson coming in here in the 9th inning to relieve Shane Green, who relieved Matthew Boyd. And Boyd is the story of the night, I think.
Oh, absolutely. Tremendous adjustment made by Matthew Boyd. Made a couple mistakes early, guys, but then he adjusted, made pitches when he had to. We're going to dive all the way and deep into this in the postgame show. Make sure you stick around.
All right, you'll see those adjustments in great detail. Tigers trying to nail this one down. Upstairs we go. Mario and Gibby to bring it home, guys.
Gentlemen, thank you. Justin Wilson now is on to try and get the save for the Tigers.
Jay Willie, the Tigers closer. 12 out of 14 save opportunities. He's fresh and ready to go. 55 strikeouts and 16 walks.
Evan Gattis will lead things off against the lefty closer. Gattis, couple of hits, including a 2-run homer that got the Astros out to an early 2-0 lead in the first. Gattis, Gonzalez, Beltran facing Justin Wilson. And the first one is hit for a strike. 9th inning is underway.
Up by 2 runs, but you still got to pitch like it's a tie game. Can't just groove it down the middle. You got to pitch. These guys will jump you. They've been jumping us all game. Have not centered anything yet.
And there's a base hit to left field. A single to lead things off here in the 9th for Gattis. It's his 3rd hit, which makes the insurance run the Tigers got in the bottom of the 8th a little bit more important now.
Yeah, these Astros, they've got several come from behind victories. They believe in situations like this that they're going to come back. So you got to make good pitches right here.
Andrew Romine coming into the game. He's now at 3rd base for Castellanos. Marwin Gonzalez at double in 3 at-bats. Oh, 0-1 on Gonzalez.
Good velo there. It's 3 pitches, 3 fastballs. Got to mix it up.
What makes Wilson so good and has made him so good this year, even though he's left-handed, he's held righties to a 125 average. Now time called.
Could go for a 6-4-3.
It was the 9th hit of the game for Houston. The 0-1. Beltran waiting on deck.
Jay Willie's really taking his time, working real slow and meticulous right now.
Bouncing ball to second. How about a 4-6-3? That'll do. Double play. Two gone.
Tell you what, this is a great flip by Kinsler. Gonzalez runs pretty good. Look at him, he gets it, and look at Iglesias coming across, kicks the bag on time.
The Astros were 55-6 when leading after 6th inning, as they were today, but right now the Tigers 1 out away from winning. Here comes the crowd now. Beltran, the last chance for the Astros. 0-1.
They're still hacking, aren't they?
They are.
They don't wait. They're not saying take a strike. They're saying let's get it over with one way or the other. But it has worked well for them this year.
The approach has not changed. Singled for 3 for Beltran. Run scored. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball to short. Iglesias. And the Tigers win game 2. 5-3 your final. Now we send you to the Coliseum Studios. John Keating standing by with Tigers Live postgame.
All right, Mario, thanks. That's more fun. And fatherhood seems to suit